How did Vi fall in love with what she hates the most? Enemies to lovers stories are popular because they show us that love doesn't always make sense, and they teach us about forgiveness. But Caitlyn and Vi, they're not your typical enemies to lovers. Sure, we've seen similar dynamics before, but Kate-Vi hits completely different. So today, we're breaking down the psychology behind why Vi seems for Caitlyn so hard. People think enemies to lovers means two people who hate each other and then fall in love. But I don't see it like that. I see it more as, are they positioned as enemies even if they don't personally hate each other? Caitlyn is the sheriff of Piltover. Vi is a prisoner from the Undercity. By the book, they should be enemies. But really, it is way more complicated than just a label. Vi was locked up as a child after the worst night of her life for absolutely nothing she actually did, and Caitlyn became an enforcer because she wanted justice for Son. But Vi doesn't know that Caitlyn is different early on. From Vi's perspective, she's an enforcer, the same type of person who took her family, took her freedom, and destroyed her childhood. So how does Vi fall for someone from the group she hates most? Vi's past is extremely complicated and full of trauma, so we will only talk about a small section of it here. Her time at Stillwater, the highest security prison Piltover has. Vi was thrown in there as a kid. We as viewers don't really see the effect that Stillwater had on Vi since there is a time skip. However, we can assume by what the warden says here that it was not all sunshine and rainbows.
Not cooperative, huh? You want us to have a chat with her?
Then we see Vi clearly expecting to get beaten. Caitlyn asks how many times the guards have talked to her, and the warden says,
Never even thought to count.
That tells us everything we need to know. She was in jail all alone, fending off for herself for years. Those years hardened Vi, made her quick to fight, volatile, impulsive, but underneath that, she's still deeply loving, especially towards the few people she lets in. And she's definitely yearning for love. Her trauma shaped her. She craves connection but is terrified of losing it. She wants love but expects pain. She wants safety but has never had it. And that's why Caitlyn hits her so hard emotionally. When someone grows up with betrayal, danger, and loss, what they crave isn't romance, it's safety. Trauma researchers say unstable childhoods often create insecure attachment styles, wanting closeness but fearing it at the same time. That is literally Vi in one sentence. She's been abandoned, beaten, locked up, and starved of affection. Now enter Caitlyn, treats her with respect, gives her a chance, sees her as a person, stays calm around her, protects her, listens to her. She's one of the first people ever to show Vi real consistency. And consistency is everything for trauma survivors. It rewrites the brain's rules about trust. So inside Vi's head, something huge is happening. She's thinking, not all enforcers want to hurt me, someone actually sees me, and I am feeling safe right now. And for someone who has never experienced safety, that feeling is intoxicating. It's not shallow, it's not just lust, it's emotional survival. This is why Vi attaches fast, and this is why the attraction feels intense. Season 1 makes it obvious. Caitlyn is not like the other enforcers. She frees Vi from Stillwater. She trades her rifle, her only source of protection, for Shimmer to save Vi, who she just got out of prison. She treats strangers from the Undercity with compassion, and she sees Vi not as a criminal, but as a person. And this is the moment Vi's feelings start to shift. Imagine being alone in a concrete cell for years, deprived of every basic form of comfort or affection. You're touch-starved, you're emotionally starving, you've spent years expecting violence every time someone gets close. Then suddenly someone walks in who treats you gently, prioritizes your safety, trusts you, listens to you, risks things for you, and looks at you like you matter. Of course she falls fast, and of course she falls hard. How could she not? This is also why Caitlyn's abandonment in season 2 hits Vi so violently hard. Even though they weren't officially together, Vi had every reason to feel crushed. Caitlyn wasn't just a partner, she was the first person who made Vi feel safe. So when Caitlyn leaves, it confirms every fear Vi has. Everyone leaves me, I was so stupid to trust her, and I should have known better. I always choose wrong. So yeah, Vi's trauma informs everything she does. Her attachment to Caitlyn isn't shallow or random, it is a result of trauma, survival instincts, emotional hunger, and finally finding someone who treats her with gentleness. Caitlyn isn't just a crush, she's Vi's lifeline, she's her hope. She's the first sign that Vi can be more than a weapon or a prisoner. She can be a person. If you want a more in-depth part 2 or a quick breakdown of Caitlyn's psychology next, let me know.